Hey, Uncle Lazer here. Yo, thanks for tuning in to another episode of The Drunk Uncles. It couldn't be possible without you guys watching. I just want to give you a little synopsis of this episode. Listen, Rae Rockhold, she was the first chick to ever come on here and show her tatas, and for that, we're thankful. But she comes on here with a different little realm of spectrum here. Look, dude, if you're into heartache, if you're into beaten down times, you're into trauma, you're into things because you've been through it and want to know what it's like to feel that pain and hear it again, she tells this amazing tale of moving a girl in her house, try to take her under her wing, help her through, and winds up her fiance of 3 years, her boyfriend of 3 years just proposed, and all of a sudden he starts messing around. Look, it's a whole ifs, ands, or buts. It's a goddamn 90210's Beverly Hills soap opera, and it's worth the listen, worth the watch. So without further ado, let's get into it with Rae Rockhold. But first off, before I do that, I'd like to give a shout out to our sponsor. It's our flagship sponsor. Use them all the time. It's Blue Chew. And listen, dude, I'm going to be honest with you. Let's go from a place. Hey, Uncle Lazer, do you really tell me? I take Blue Chew all the time. I do, especially after a long night of boozing and cruising. And I mean, look, just to go to bed alone, what a loser you are. But if you do happen to find yourself a little too well off for the wellness, okay, if you're a little too whiskey dicked out, it's good to have one of them Blue Chews in your back pocket so you can actually show up and put somebody through the damn drywall, because you only get one shot, okay, to make one your first appearance. So I don't go anywhere. I don't leave the house without damn Blue Chew. And right now, if you go to bluechew.com, you fill out the form online, they're going to give you a free month subscription when you use promo code UNCLE. Dude, go try it. I mean, it's free. If you don't like it after that, nothing more, nothing less. But, I mean, they do the best when you aren't feeling the best. Blue Chew for when you aren't feeling like you. Hey, welcome back to another episode of The Drunk Uncle. I'm your host, Uncle Lazer. Listen, tomato, you may fall on the ground, but if she still loves you, dig her back up, because they only pass on when they go as far as they need to go. I've been trying that. I don't know if that's working. I just want to say goofy, inspirational shit that makes no sense, but it's been working. Anyways, today on the show, we got a returning guest. She was actually the first woman to ever show her potatoes on this show, and they were lovely. But y'all give it up, without further ado, for the lovely, very talented, funny Rae Rockhold. How the hell are you, baby girl?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good, man. Good to see you. All right, dude. Last time you were here, what a time.
What a time.
First pair of titties we've ever seen, and then you had a fiance who was on the couch.
I did.
And that is no longer the case.
That is no longer the case. I am no longer engaged.
Share a little bit of that?
I want to share.
Trouble in paradise. Okay.
Trouble in paradise. He cheated on me with my best friend.
Shucks, that'll do it.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Huh. All right. How do you walk me through that? What do you do? And your friend was living with you at the time, wasn't she?
No, she wasn't living with me. I just let her spend the night at my house because she said that she was scared occasionally because so full backstory. I met this woman, Keep Chambers.
Okay. All right. Wow.
Yeah, name dropping. Wow. Name dropping. We don't protect whores in this house.
I mean, listen, on the Drunk Uncles podcast, we let everybody be everybody, dude.
Yeah. I met her at like a content shoot. And I really liked her initially. I was like, oh my God, this is someone that I think I can genuinely be best friends with. She's super funny and spunky. I thought she was gorgeous. And I thought she had like a really great personality. And me and my fiance had been together for 3 years at that point. And we had been through a lot together. And so, I mean, doing all together, sleeping with other women together.
And that's just... For content purposes, you were just doing that just to appease him.
No. We were doing that just for content purposes. Okay. But there were times like I was a super laid back fiance. Like there were times where he would be like, oh, I'm like really sore or whatever. And I knew he had a much higher sex drive than me. So I would hire like masseuses that would give him like happy endings and stuff. Yeah. Totally. And I genuinely did not mind at all because I would be in the same house. I would hire the girls and I would be in the household. Everything was consensual. These girls were beautiful and awesome. And I'd just be like, go relax, take some stress off, get a nice massage. If I knew about it and I'm doing it, that's just like my gift to you, and we're literally the hottest stars in the world together. So when I meet this girl.
Well, wait, hold on. Before we go any further. I hate to say it like this, but if a woman is engaged and is letting her significant other get jerked off, not just getting jerked off, but paying for it as well.
Yeah.
And that gets cheated on. I mean, is there any hope for for true love?
Yes, there's hope for true love. There's hope for true
You mean tell me it's like getting Chinese food delivered and then the little Asian lady jerks you off? What do we, I mean, God darn, dude, what the
When I tell you, I always thought that he would never cheat because I was just like, why would he ever cheat?
Yeah, nobody in his right mind would have left her.
We literally were like the hottest girls together. It just made absolutely no sense to me. And so when I meet this girl, her boyfriend at the time is stationed in Ukraine. He's like a private for hire sniper in the military. And so she's like, he's not going to be back for many months now. He's been gone for many months. I feel lonely. I'm scared sometimes, like living in downtown Austin by myself. We have this huge home. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I have 5 extra bedrooms. You're more than welcome to spend the night here whenever you feel scared, please, you know? We form a really deep friendship for one another. On Valentine's Day, her fiance was still, or her boyfriend at the time was still gone. And so me and my fiance invited her to spend Valentine's Day with us. We went out to a winery, and my partner, my fiance, was like, you know, I have dinner planned for us tonight. We'll just do that. And I was like, I feel so bad that she's going to be alone for Valentine's Day dinner. Let's just invite her out with us. You know, she's not just like sitting at home alone. So she went out to dinner with us. You know, we like paid for her and everything. There was nothing sexual going on. She was genuinely just my best friend, like just a girl that I was best friends with. She did as well. Her and I had done stuff together, you know, but we had never done anything with my partner. She said that her boyfriend wasn't okay with it, that she wasn't allowed to film with men. And I was like, absolutely no problem. Like, everyone has their own boundaries in this industry, so I respect that. And so I also threw her a birthday party because she told me that she had never had a birthday party thrown for her. And so I spent about $1,500 on that, supplied everything for her, food, drinks, things I shouldn't mention on the podcast.
I wouldn't even bail my brother out for $1,500, not let alone a motherfucking birthday party.
She was my best friend. I have best friends in Los Angeles, but moving to Austin and being new to the city, she was my new and only best friend in Austin. I like latched onto her. She latched onto me. She was at my house all the time. We were doing everything together. And I was like, this is my new person. I was so excited, you know? So I had no problem throwing her a birthday party. I was like so excited to give this to someone. Like, we hosted it at our house. And I find out, you know, after all this happened, that she indeed had many birthday parties thrown for her.
What?
Yeah. That fucking bitch. And she had lied about never having had a birthday party thrown for her. I spoke to her mom on the phone, and her mom was like, I'm so happy that my little Keep finally has a friend. She's had such a difficult time like making friends in Austin, and you seem like such a genuine. I'm going in. You're pissed. I'm going in. This is all true. This is what happened. Her mom's like, I'm so grateful that she finally has, you know, some friends. I've been so worried about her in Austin. It's, you know, gives me a lot of relief at night to know that she, you know, has people looking out for her there. And I was like, oh my God, like, I love her. My fiance loves her. She's amazing. Like, I have no idea how she wouldn't have, you know, more friends here. She's just the bee's knees. And so, fast forward a little bit. One of my mutual friends, we had a couple mutual friends because I formed the Honey House. And what was the Honey House? What was that? The Honey House, we still have it. It's a content house here in Austin where all of the big spicy creators, we meet up and we just create content like Reels and TikToks and stuff together. And Keep was in that. Okay. And so one of our mutual friends that had known Keep for like a decade or something, reaches out to me and is like, hey, I don't really want to cause any problems, but Keep was hanging out with us the other night and she mentioned that your fiance ordered her a filet mignon. just randomly on DoorDash because she mentioned that she was hungry. And I was like, why is my fiance ordering another woman food? So the way that everything works with what my fiance and I had going on is everything is very
transparent,
extremely transparent, a lot of communication going on. Everything happens when I'm in the room or I'm hiring someone to come over. I'm doing the communicating with the girls. He doesn't have their number. They're strangers to him. Like, everything is just me doing it. And like, I'm aware of everything. And so the fact that I didn't know that he was ordering her food was very strange to me. So immediately I knew something was going on. So then we're hanging out one day by the pool. And a week before that, I had some girls over for Honey House, and a few of them spent the night. I go to bed at 10 p.m. because I wake up early.
Yeah, your early bird gets warm.
Early bird. And Keep decided that she wanted to spend the night that night. And of course, I told her, yeah, you're more than welcome to spend the night, of course.
This is after the
This is after I found out about the
This
fillet.
is after the slab of meat.
This is after.
$85. It was your money, right?
It was, yes.
God damn it, that stings.
And so I find out about that. And so he gives me his phone. I was looking through like content or something work related. And he has a hidden folder in his phone. And I never, ever, ever have looked through a partner's phone, but I just decided, there's something in my gut telling me that I need to click on this right now.
Sometimes it's gas, but sometimes you're right.
Yeah. 99% of the time for me, it's gas. I'm a gassy girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I was like, okay, let me just click on this. So I click on the hidden folder album. I know his passcode, so I get in, and it's videos of him and Keith.
Oh no!
Yeah,
boy could fuck up a wet dream. You had a great situation.
I mean, collectively with my OnlyFans and him helping me manage it, we were bringing in like $100,000 a month.
Oh my land!
Had a beautiful home together.
I know y'all's house is gorgeous.
Our dogs, everything.
Dogs were a little shitty, but yeah, no, house was good. Pool, guest house, mother-in-law shack. Dude, the meat and potatoes. The boy could fuck up a wet dream. I'll tell you what.
Everything.
God damn.
So
what is he doing?
I see this. And I know that I want to watch all the videos all the way through.
Oh, no, you don't. You don't.
And so, no, I want to watch them.
Why?
And
no, take me through that. No, take me through the dichotomy. Why? Why wouldn't you just see? Why is that a woman's first instinct to see it all like that?
All I saw was her topless, and the videos were like, 3 to 5 minutes long. And so I wanted to see everything. And so I sent them to myself before I confronted him about it. He's sitting right next to me. And I'm like, I want to watch all of the videos before I confront him with this. And so I send them to myself. I calmly hand him his phone back and go, thanks, I got what I needed. I'm like, I feel it in myself right now as if it was that day, but I literally was shaking and I could not even believe that this was my real life. And so I go back to my phone. I also was really sneaky. As soon as the videos had sent to me, I went into our text messages with one another and deleted them from what he had sent me. So he couldn't even tell that he had sent them to me, just in case. And so I go and I look at the videos.
Now, quick poke crow, just for happenstance, okay? You said 3 to 5 minute videos, okay? Is there any situation where you're irate, you're fucking upset, gotta be, right? I mean, I can always imagine. I can tell it on your body language right now. You're still kind of heated. But in that moment, is there any rationalizing, thinking like, okay, they were just shooting content, but he don't have one, right? So you just have one, and he's just kind of the talent on yours, correct?
Yeah.
So you knew instantly, right then and there, digging in, and like, oh, this is some.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
So again, with the transparency, he doesn't shoot content for other women. I know everything. Like if there's anything that he's ever involved in, because we had an agency together. So if there's anything that he's involved in with other women, like I know about all of it. But there was never anything that he was doing of that nature with other women, filming for them, partaking in stuff like that with them that I did not know about, you know?
Yeah, no, I mean, that's a respect thing.
Yeah.
Obviously.
And so, I went and watched the videos, and it was, you know, them just being nasty in my spa together, groping one another. She was telling him, you know, like, take off your boxers, like, it's so big, I want to touch it. And he was grabbing on her and commenting on how beautiful she was. And that stuff just like really broke my heart. And it was stuff that we don't talk like that. Like when we're filming for my spicy site and stuff, it's all very almost transactional, I would say. Like we're doing a work. Yeah, we're just getting work out, and what they were doing was more romantic, I guess.
God damn, I bet that fucking hurt you to your core, didn't it?
It really hurt so bad. I couldn't believe it. And so I walked out after watching it, and they were not having sex in the video. And so I walked out and confronted him about it. And he was like, this is the only thing that ever happened. I've never had sex with her. We were really drunk that night. She asked me to film content for her. I did it. I don't know why I did it. I'm so sorry. I know this isn't okay. Blah, blah, blah. But there's just an intuition that you have when someone's looking in your eyes and lying to you, where I just knew that that wasn't all of the story. But I couldn't get all of the story from anyone else. I called my friends and kind of asked around. I did not. I knew she wouldn't be honest with me.
I mean, but why not just check her and let her know? When did that come to a head? When did you? Because eventually you got to fucking.
I didn't confront her until I knew everything.
Okay.
Because I knew that they had this going on as well. She had a boyfriend. And so my intuition told me at the time that if I were to ask her about this, and anything else had happened between them that I have not found out about yet, they're going to go into, this is our story, let's stick to it. She doesn't know about everything else that we did. Let's keep it between us. Like, we're going to take this to the grave. You don't say anything, I won't say anything. You know?
Does that ever work? That never works.
I feel like it could work, you know?
I feel like what's done in the dark always comes to the light. I don't know anybody that just... Because, human nature would suggest that if you get away with it once, serial killers always kill again. You know what I'm saying? Like,
there are many serial killers that have never been caught.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. But I feel like you get greedy, you get lazy, I don't know.
But if I went to both of them and both of them were like, that's all that happened that night, we promise, like... I would have been none the wiser. Like, if no one's going to tell me the truth and they didn't tell anyone else, how am I going to know?
Yeah, but your intuition, like you were just talking about that little thing in your tummy.
Your intuition, but am I going to break up with a man I've been with for 3 years over intuition? No. Like, I need, like, an admission or hard proof. Like, I'm not going to leave 3 years behind for an intuition. Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
And so I just thought, you know what? I'm gonna do this crazy thing. And so I went up to him like a couple hours later. He was sitting in our upstairs living room. And I was like, I just got off the phone with Keep. And I was like, she told me everything, but it would mean...
You backplayed him.
I did.
You backplayed him. That's a tactic women do, fellas. See, I'll be on the goddamn lookout. Don't fucking put yourself in hot water before you have a beach towel.
I was like, she told me everything, but it would mean the world to me.
Oh. God.
As the partner that I just spent 3 years with, if I could hear it from you.
Oh, God. Turn around every now and then. Need a little... God damn it. It works, too, because you start fucking feeling guilty. I've done it. I've been there. Son of a bitch. But to hold... Oh, man, you're diabolical, dude. Because, look, I want to say this.
Yeah.
Because Keep is my friend, and I do like Keep. And... she's got her side of the story. You got your side of the story. And I'm just spitballing here, okay? Because this is going to come out. She's probably going to see a little bit of it. I
hope she sees the whole thing.
She's going to be a little pissed. But listen, here at the Drunk Uncles, what if we do a sit-down mediation. We do it as a podcast, okay? You're on one end of the table, she's the other end of the table, and I'll be at the fucking side. And we just kind of hash out, you know. Or we just get fucking 12 rounds bare knuckle boxing, butt ass nigga. I don't know. What it's hard to come back from, but I'm just going off your pure emotion that you have right now.
So I'll get to this part of the story. I'm going to skip ahead, but when I found out everything, let me tell this part first.
Okay.
So I told him I want to know everything from you because you're my partner. I don't want to hear it from her. And he immediately goes, nothing has ever happened with us. I have no idea what you're talking about. What happened in the spa was the only thing that's ever happened with us. And I was like, okay, please pack a bag. I already have your hotel booked. And he was like...
So he doubled down and then you doubled down.
He doubled down.
Okay.
And then I doubled down. And I was like, okay, well, I already know everything. The hotel's booked. Please get out. And he sat there silently and he was like, please don't do this. Like, please. And I was like, I mean, I would love to hear from you. I already know everything. But since you're going to sit here and literally lie to my face, the hotel's booked. And then he was like, me and Keep have been sleeping together.
Oh, goddamn. But when it works, you get that sense of relief finally. Like you can now, like you said, now you can it hurts. Rae, it hurts.
It wasn't a sense of relief. It was like what you really wanted to not be true and your worst fear kind of like my stomach dropped through my asshole. Like I never, ever thought that he would cheat on me. And I honestly don't think that he ever thought he would cheat on me either. I think he was also shocked by his actions. And I just remember thinking, I'm going to wake up from a dream and I'm going to go hug him and be like, oh my God, I had the craziest dream. I can't even believe how real it felt. And I was just in shock. And so he packed up his belongings. He went to a hotel. And so then so I did text Keep. And I told her, you know, I know everything. You know, you were sleeping with my fiance, blah, blah. And she literally texted me back, what? Question mark. Like several question marks. She was like, what? Question mark, question mark, question mark. And I was like, Keep, Sean literally just told me everything. Like he walked me through like the nights you guys slept together, one of which was...
I have the receipt.
I have the receipts, you know? I was like, why are you playing stupid? And... then she tried to basically say that he manipulated her into having sex with him by feeding her alcohol. And I was like, literally, this is... You're
actually... Okay. I'm sorry, I'll tell you off air. Yeah, okay.
So then she tried to text me and say, he got me drunk every time I was at your house. He gave me when I was at your house. None of this was consensual, essentially, because I realized what she was scared of was not that she hurt me and ruined my relationship and my engagement, but that her boyfriend was now going to find out that she was a cheating, lying piece of shit. And that I was going to definitely tell him. He was my very next phone call. We were all friends. By this time, the last time they slept together, her boyfriend and Sean were best friends. Eric was at my house all the time. He was back home from deployment. It's not like this girl wasn't getting dick, you know? And so I was friends with Eric. Sean was friends with Eric. And so Eric was my next phone call. He was at my house that night, sobbing in front of me, crying, just heartbroken about the fact that she's such a piece of shit. He couldn't believe it either. I was in shock. And I was just sitting there. I didn't even cry that night. I was just sitting there like in disbelief. And so she tried to say that Sean served her like alcohol and blah, blah. So I'm sitting there thinking, we do drink a lot when we have people over at the house. I'm a woman. I don't want to like completely discredit her. So I asked Sean for his text messages. I'm like, obviously you guys have been flirting and like discussing these things. I look at his text messages and they're all gone. But you know how dumb this man is? He doesn't know that an iPhone, all you have to do is go into recently deleted, click it, and click recover. So I recovered their conversations, and they're flirting back and forth. Can't wait to see you tonight. You're so hot. I love that dick. I miss you. All of that kind of shit. So you're going to sit here and literally almost claim rape while you're telling my fiance that you love his dick? Make it make sense, you lying fucking cheating ass bitch. Make it make sense. Not only did she do that, but she went to other girls in the honey house. After all of this, it had been like a month. She went to other girls and tried to tell them that I was spreading rumors that they had also slept with my fiance. And these girls came to me, Keep, and told me, oh, Keep said that you're saying this, and I don't believe her because she has zero credibility. Why'd you move to LA? Because no one likes you here. You ran away because nobody here wants to be your friend. Whose house did you go to the night that we found out that you were sleeping with my fiance? A home-wrecking whore's house who also sleeps with other women's boyfriends because nobody would support you through that. Everyone turned their backs on her. But go off with whatever type of story you want to be telling people.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if I've ever had or have listened or have seen a podcast where somebody just gets that shit off their fucking chest. I tell you what, I'm going to be honest with you. First came in here, I'm like, first chick to ever show her titties on the show. Oh, she's going to be back, bubbly, grand old time. She's doing great. And then, holy hamburgers, did we open up Pandora's box. But I've got to, just to play devil's advocate with you, I'm going to ask you a question, okay? And I don't think, I want you to take this, and I'm just saying this as, I guess, what can we learn from here is the way I'm trying to say this. Don't take it for anything, and just, I want to pick your brain on this quick po crow, okay? Now, granted, your house, you pay for shit, do the shit, you're doing content with girls and your man and shit like that. But let me tell you something here, Ray. The flesh is weak, okay? And no matter how good you got it, grass always look greener on the other side. Now, do you think, or maybe will you now factor in that this lifestyle of which, you know, you live having this, doing this, is that something that, I mean, I'm not saying you let a horse to water and it drink, but like, you can't lead a piece of meat into the lion's den. I mean, but is that something that maybe you take in consideration with your next relationship?
Yeah.
Do you feel any kind of, like, not like a fault? I'm not saying it's your fault, man did what he did, but like, you know, you can't really stumble upon something if you can't find it. But if it's there, you ain't got to look very hard.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time, right? Or is that something you take in consideration? Oh, I don't know. I'm curious.
No, I 100% take it into consideration. Like, I know that my ex loved me, but there's definitely like
a respect thing.
Yeah, there's blame on both sides. It's just like what you said, like when you have beautiful women around all the time, and then obviously like I'm paying for these massages for him and we're having sex with these stars together for my own stuff. The lines weren't blurred because the communication, like he knew he messed up immediately. Like he was crying and very apologetic and he knew he crossed a line, and you know, like we knew within the relationship and the guidelines and the boundaries that we had with one another, those had been crossed and that the trust had been broken. But moving forward, like, yeah, it's certainly taught me a lot about having like better, I don't want to say boundaries because that's not what it is, but it's like what you said, like throwing me into a lion's den. Like it's there readily available and I'm like asking him like not to eat it, like dangling in front of his face. But like I have these.
But at the same time, you trusted him. And you said
I did trust him.
And if, look, from any other side of fucking what side of the fence you look and look at the grass.
But I also trusted her. It's like the betrayal of him.
On both sides.
Of course. It's like the betrayal of him. It's like, I'm definitely not like the woman that blames a woman, but this is a very unique situation in that she's not a stranger. This is a woman who did owe loyalty to me, in that we were best friends.
You took her under your wing.
Yeah.
That's essentially what you did. And she bit the hand that fed her.
Yeah. Like, she was my best friend, and there's a loyalty that comes with that. You have your friends' backs. You look out for them when they're not around. Like, I would expect my friends to not speak poorly of me when I'm not around, to like have my best interests at heart, to go around and like sleep with my fiance. Like, that is like the ultimate betrayal. And then my fiance to betray our trust and do something that he knew was going to deeply hurt me. Like, both of those are like deep betrayals. But I do think there's something to be said for, you know, having her over all of the time, being totally comfortable with them and their friendship, and just leaving it up to them. Like, I've spoken with other friends of mine who were like, when you went to bed, you should have been like, hey girl, you gotta go. Like, I'm sorry that you're scared at night and alone at your house, but that's your life, not mine. I have to protect my relationship. And at the end of the day, you don't have a gorgeous woman, Keeps gorgeous. You don't have a gorgeous woman hanging out with your fiance, you know, late at night. That's just a very like, you know, silly thing to do. And I did learn a lot from it, in that in the relationship that I'm in now,
You're in another relationship.
I'm in a new relationship. Okay. So just for people tuning in, this did happen a while ago. I just haven't opened up about it. I've gotten a lot of questions about it. But this happened at the end of February. And so I'm in a new relationship. And I certainly would not like, and he wouldn't either, you know, like, I think he also would be like, I'm not going to hang out with your friends late at night with you not around. There's just like a different set of boundaries that we like hold one another to. That's much healthier. And it just allows us to not put temptation right in front of us, you know? And so, am I deeply hurt, and do I feel betrayed in all of those things? Yes. Do I take accountability for the lifestyle we lead? Is not like the most common and like structured and you know, like
monogamous.
Yeah, you know. Yes, 100%. Was I still shocked and deeply heartbroken? Absolutely.
Well, just in your house, under your nose.
Yeah, it was literally in my house.
It's more so even like you're heartbroken. It's more so than that. It's motherfucker. It's like, I met you when you were in a shoebox.
Yeah.
And like took you to this. We got this. We built together. And now you're gonna take the spoils of war that I reaped, and do. I mean, look, dude. I only asked that question to make it come full circle. I don't mean to like, you obviously, I understand I mean, it's betrayal, it's fucking disrespect. But I mean, with that, I mean, like, dude, I understand, like, preach, bitch, get that shit off your chest.
It's like therapeutic. I genuinely hope that they both learn from these experiences. No.
When's the last time you spoke to him? What was he doing?
So because we had like a business relationship with one another, when we broke up, he was still part of the company. And then I realized that this was not going to work for me in my healing journey. And so I ended up paying him out his portion, and we signed some contracts, like no contact, and he's moving on doing his thing, and I'm moving on doing my thing. And that was just like the best thing overall. When
you say contracts, so like I guess a MDMA, or like more of like a what is that?
No, not like a restraining order or anything, but just like a no contact order.
If he contacts you, does he have to give back the money, or you're liable to sue? Is that how it works? I'm not familiar.
It's similar, something like that. Okay, there's like different things in there.
So you have to try to show up to your house, or
no.
Okay.
He knows, you know, like what he did was wrong, and we're both very much like, you know, I want you to move on. And I feel the same way for Keep, honestly. You know, like, as much, it's like what Tupac said. just because, like, whatever, I'm paraphrasing, but just because I don't want you to eat at my table doesn't mean that I want you to starve. That vibe. You know, it's like, get the fuck away from me. Don't talk to me. Keep my name out of your fucking mouth. But go live your life.
See it from across the way.
Yeah, just go be a piece of trash away from me. Like, I have a sensitive nose.
Hey, you know you can. Hey, for everybody at home, you know you can collect more flies with shit than you can honey. Don't know if you know that. All right, I don't know if I should ask this, and we can cut this if I ask this, but that weed's really good, and this conversation's got me real fucking amped. I like this quick pro quo shit. I don't know. I just kind of, let me just throw this fucking curveball at you. Let me just get an honest emotional response. Like I said, if we don't want to put it out, we can cut it. But after everything that transpired, and you got the fucking no contact or whatever, and how long ago, give or take, time period this been since y'all finally cut off communication? Can you say that? Or if you don't want to say that,
yeah, no, I don't mind. We had a working relationship for a while, and then we finally cut off communication. Communication's probably just been like a week and a half.
Oh shit!
No talk.
This is fresh. Okay.
Yeah.
So this might even hit even harder, but I'm just gonna say it, and I'm just doing this to try to be a good interviewer. Okay.
Okay.
Say you were to wake up tomorrow and say he had committed suicide.
Oh no.
Just what emotion right there? I just want to get a purest, like, vulnerable form, like, because like, you take in consideration all the shit that transpired to you. I mean, you're fucking pissed, you're hurt, right? But like, you still do have love, and especially if it's fresh like that. But what, in all that rage and all that turmoil, if that were, and God forbid, I'm not wishing that upon nobody. I would never wish that. I'm just quick pro quo. I'm just saying for a conversation piece to see how deep we can get in this shit. If that were to happen, what would be? What's that mindset? A what if you will?
Yeah.
Because you were, you fucked up. But you were as everything.
Yeah. So, answering the question in kind of a roundabout way, but one of the most like disheartening things to me in life is that and it's poetic in a sense, but we go from being someone's everything at a certain point in time,
never seeing them,
and then going to being strangers. Yeah. And that's like, it's heartbreaking. It's disheartening. It's really, it's so sad. And so if I found out that he committed suicide, oh my gosh, I would be like, I would want to know like why. And of course I would be sad. Like I want him to go and live a very full, glorious, adventurous, full life. And I would be like very sad that was cut short because he's a very young man. And that's similar to how I feel like anytime I see suicide. I mean, we're seeing it all over like Instagram and stuff recently. There's been a huge spike in suicide and stuff. I see it pop up. And every time I see a young person take their life, it hits me in a very visceral way where I'm just like, ugh, it just like punches you in the gut. And you're like, gosh, I really want the best for everyone. And I want them to live a very full life. I would be very sad. It's, again, the Tupac thing. I don't want you to eat at my table. I don't want us to be close. You betrayed me. That's not going to serve me. I'm not going to be able to have self-respect and honor myself with you in my life any longer. But I don't think that he's like an overall bad person. It's not like he was like murdering children.
He made a mistake.
Yeah, he made a mistake. He made a mistake, and his punishment of that mistake is not having me in his life anymore. And
he'll have to reap what he sows.
Yeah, but no, I wouldn't want that for him.
Listen, 38 minutes of just dark depression shit. How are you doing otherwise? I mean, tell me about the new man. Are your boobs since the time you came out? You've got them done since you have.
No, those are the
same ones?
The same ones.
They look different.
Thank you. They've settled. They've dropped. They've dropped.
Sometimes you just gotta wait till it dries.
Yeah. When I came last time, they were like freshly done. They were like 2 rocks in the center of my chest.
Yeah, they were just.
Yeah. That's how they are.
For you, buds.
Yeah.
How's your gut health?
My gut health is doing well. Thanks for asking.
I know you had Crohn's last time. Well, you shit like 12 times.
IBS.
Yeah,
it's a bitch.
It's bad.
It's a bitch.
How's business in the spicy game? How's everything going?
Everything's doing really good. I just switched over to Tasty. It's an agency, and they're killing it for me. They're doing so great.
There you go.
Cannot recommend them enough. And then I am dating a new partner, and he's just so awesome.
So awesome.
Yeah, he's just like, he's just great. A little over 2 months.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
A good time to strap in.
Yeah, he's just, I mean, he is like respectful and courted me so well, and he still courts me really well.
What's your type of guy? Were you like tall, dark? What do you like?
So he is 6'5".
Oh, okay. Yeah, just a big athlete. Big fucking
He is like an athlete, but he does Ironmans and like cycles and swims.
Like a goddamn gorilla.
He is great in bed.
Yeah. What's his name? Well, let's don't say his name.
Yeah, I don't want to say his name.
Let's call him Big Charles.
Big Charles. Big Charles. He's phenomenal. He's really down to earth and kind and funny and smart and respectful.
Is he doing your content stuff too? Or
no.
Okay, so
we're keeping everything completely separate.
Dynamic.
Okay.
Man.
Yeah.
Because you said earlier he was a little nervous you coming over here.
Yes.
Shit like that.
Yeah.
You don't want to share it to his and I told respect. We don't listen. We hang out. We're just a couple guys and gals over here just hanging and banging. You know. Yeah. But how is that? Because you ain't just showing your butthole for $5 on the internet for Jolly Ranchers,
right?
No. Like
it's full spread.
You're goddamn making motherfucking doctor money.
It's full send.
Okay, yeah. So how does one? You know, because you've had partners in the past that were controlling, didn't want you to do it, and then old boy was like, fucking hey, I'm cool with it, but. What's that dynamic? How do you go from that piece of that realm to having to like pump the brake? And what all are you willing to give up? What are you willing to sacrifice to concede in your man?
Yeah. Honestly, I was really concerned if a relationship would be possible for me. And so right off the bat, when I met him, I was super transparent about what it is that I do. And I let him know, like, I'm not going to be filming with other men, but this stuff is going to be out there. And this is how I make my living. And I'm not interested in giving up my livelihood for a relationship. So it's either, you have to be okay with it. Or it's just not going to work out. And he was like, I'm totally fine with it, actually. And he has been totally supportive.
It's only been 2 months.
It has.
And they say, as it, you start seeing the meet and greets of the world, you see each other, that honeymoon phase starts to dissipate a tad bit.
Yeah.
And then your real morals and ethics maybe transpire. But if like I said, but you're very transparent. I know you are. I know you're very fucking, you communicate. So do you think, because in what if fucking 6 months down the road, you're in love with a motherfucker, and he's like, I need you to quit if we're going to get married. So how do you approach these? Do you think about these things prior to going into that, or is it in the back of your mind? I mean, talk to me there.
We've talked about it, like marriage and what that would look. And he has told me, I would not want you to quit this. He literally is like, I would be a fool to ask you to stop this when the money, when we do get married and everything would go towards supporting our household and giving our kids a better life. He's like, I want you to do this as long as you can. Especially
the girl on girl content. Yeah, I mean, if you were like doing it with, that's kind of a lot harder if you're with like male talent.
I can
understand the man's point of view.
Of course.
But some guys. But like, do you think? What's the end goal? What's the end goal for you? I mean, what is the exit strategy look for Miss Rae Rockhold?
Be a multimillionaire, have a piece of property, ideally a ranch, 10 or more acres.
Yeah, you've dreamed about this.
Yeah,
I think.
Outskirts of Austin. Ideally, I'd like to be on Lake Austin, but it's impossible to find 10 or more acres on Lake Austin. I want to have at least 3 kids, be able to give them the life I never have. I mean, we've talked about like
hips. You do.
Yeah, I have birth and hips.
You have birth and hips.
But we've talked like I grew up in foster care and stuff, and so I want to be able to give my kids the life he had. Like he had an amazing childhood. And I think we both just want to, honestly, just like the traditional American dream, but everyone in America can relate to feeling our economy right now. Like groceries are more expensive. Life is more
eggs are $12.
Everything is insane.
Yeah.
Everything is insane.
Thanks.
So it's like, okay, the price of groceries is triple what you would pay even 10 years ago. Housing prices are insane.
Yeah.
So just to be able to provide literally the stereotypical American dream, I'm not even trying to have multiple houses and absurd vehicles. I just want a stable, secure environment for my children where they feel safe. Maybe we take a family vacation once a year and my kids are a little cultured, you know, like just a safe, secure, one marriage, grow old together, like loyalty, just small town vibes. Eventually I will quit doing my spicy stuff. And when I phase out of that, like I'll have a different name and have it all wiped from the internet and just move on.
So save it while you can, boys.
Yeah.
Listen, what would you say to the people that say the way of which you've chosen to live this American dream is, let's don't say disgusting, but let's say...
You can say disgusting. That's fine.
No, because, I mean, because that's, you know, art is an interpretation of oneself, right? But, like, for someone to tell you, it's kind of hard to hate the motherfucker living behind the gate with the Escalade. Don't care how you got there. You just got to get there, baby girl. So what would you say to these fucks that are super judgmental? What would you say to someone, I guess a hater, someone that would just like, well, she got it like this, man, because like I'm sure you've been in situations where you see, you know, because I know very, because like I know a lot of these girls that do this, and like, dude, they're some of the smartest, most creative people I've ever met. They just took an unorthodox path. But I do know very successful women that never did that kind, and I've watched them try to shit on our kind. So what would you say to someone like that? Well, how do you approach if someone's just looking down on you instantly and you're just like, motherfucker, you don't even know me?
Yeah. I mean, there's a very large spectrum of people that feel some type of way about women in my industry, and women in sex work in general. You have indifferent, people that are super supportive, and then you have people that just absolutely hate it, and then you have people that don't quite understand it. I personally think that I fucking love America, and you are 100% in your right to hate on me and not like what I do. I know it doesn't make any sense to people that watch me and stuff, but like I am Christian and I understand that it's like very, you know, it's like, I don't want this to exist, you know, like it, but the thing is that it's the oldest profession to have ever existed. Exactly. There's always going to be a need for it. And so I understand that it makes people feel uncomfortable for a variety of reasons. What I don't like is women that are like really successful and shit on it, because I come from like an extremely hard background where I mean, my mom was a prostitute bringing men over all the time, and I grew up in foster care and stuff. What's normal to me and like my everyday growing up and what I was kind of like raised in, what my norm was, is not going to be what your norm is. And so you have to, if you consider yourself to be an intelligent person, you have to take that into consideration, you know? And so I think if everything is consensual, do your thing, you know? I'd much rather have it be consensual and have those things be readily available than to have them be illegal and outlawed, because then we're just going to have women be like sex trafficked and the world is going to become an absolutely terrible place.
I'm a firm believer with, as long as what you're doing doesn't impede on what someone else is doing.
Yeah, fuck off. Yeah.
Also, you said something earlier about the haters. It's America. You can have haters.
Yeah.
The best quote I've ever heard in my entire life, I'm going to get it tattooed on my back, is by a Swedish soccer player who's named Aniba Hiverbridge. He was real big in the Premier League, and then he went to L.A. on the back end of his career. Fucking LeBron James gave him a jersey, sent it to him. He signed it, sent it back to LeBron James. He's a Swedish gangster that was a badass soccer player. But he says this quote in this interview, and he says, you know, if people want me to be the good guy, I can be the good guy. But if people want me to be the bad guy, I can be the bad guy. I can play them both, and I don't mind either. He said, but if you ask me what I'd rather play, he said, I'd rather play the bad guy. He goes, He says, because when people say they like you, you don't know if they like you. But when people say they hate you, you know they fucking hate you. He goes, my only problem is I turn on my haters into fans. I need more haters. And I was like, damn, baby, that's the fuck. I get chill bumps every time.
So what quote are you going to get, that whole thing?
I'm getting that whole thing on my back with his portrait.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, man, I don't know. It's kind of gay, but fuck.
It's just a very long tattoo. That's the only thing. It's a
scroll.
It's a scroll.
I'm going to pee real quick.
All right.
Hey. Good podcast. I'll cut all this.
I haven't spoken about this yet, so I hope it goes viral.
Oh, you actually gave me an idea. Like, just the way you're talking and how, like, I'll explain it. Like, I think you might have revolutionized how, I don't know, I had a fucking crazy idea where.
You know, Lazer, another thing too is like you're making your podcast more like your brand when I feel like you already have a brand and your podcast could be an opportunity to show people that you're like so great in a deeper way.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. But like, baby girl, my dad used to tell me, if I can get you to look, I can get you to listen, right? So like,
oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like when you were talking earlier, and you're like, because the first 5 to 10 minutes of the podcast is the warm up, right? It's like we're getting in a flow state. I'm seeing where you're comfortable in this. I'm feeding off your shit to feed you, but you know. But like when you were in that, I know this story is building, but as we're trying to get in there, there's a little fluff. There's shit you could have like got quicker too.
You can delete it.
But instead of deleting it, because I like the raw nature of the build, I just had this fucking idea in my head. At the beginning of the podcast, instead of me going, hey, welcome back, I'm going to do like a fucking introduction style. Like when goddamn, you ever seen like Unsolved Mysteries or like Ripley's Believe It or Not? Mm-hmm. Like the camera like comes and goes, well, was he dead? We'll never know. But here, what we have here is the next thing. So I'm just going to be like, betrayal, cheat, disrespect, house and own home. Rae Rockhold tells, I'll do like a 30-second introduction of everything you're going to say.
That's good.
And so it builds and it lends to like, yo, hey, when you were saying something, I was like, dude, because I know the first 10 minutes are going to be kind of, it takes a little elongated to get there. And I'm like, people need to see this. I'm probably going to cut this up to in like 6-8 minute long format. Okay, let me go. People knock it out, bro. This is probably one of the top 5 podcasts I've ever had.
You say that every time.
No, I didn't say it the last time you were.
Yes, you did. You were like, this is like.
Well, you showed your titties. Yeah, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it at that point. Okay. All right, sorry, went pee, we're back. Okay, so let's get back into it. So, okay, if you're seeing this new feller and, you know, you're only doing the girl stuff, do you think that your content will... Your money coming in will take a little hit? Does your fan base like the boy-girl stuff more than the girl-girl? Or they just love you?
I think so I try really hard to create really good content and I work with really good creators. My fan base loves me and I'm always mixing it up. That content is still available. It's still hot. I have like 300 different pieces of boy-girl content, boy-girl-girl content. I've done everything. And I'm excited actually because I don't have a lot of just girl content. So I'm almost creating stuff that there's a gap for me to create.
You're just an all-around player. You're just an all-around player. Yeah. You're getting it all in, baby.
It's almost better. Yeah.
What is, just for viewers at home, because I remember the first video that I ever did on the internet that popped the fuck off. What was your first video that on OF that just fucking skyrocketed and you're like, baby, we're getting a car?
It was my first one.
What? No, it wasn't. Was it really?
Okay, no, anal. Anal is my...
Okay, that's a big jump.
No, yeah, wait.
No, actually it was anal. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because...
Walk me through it, dude.
It took me, so when I first started, it was just lingerie pics and nothing super explicit. And my fans were begging for 2 years for me to do anal. And so when I finally dropped an anal tape, I mean, it was crazy.
2 years backed up. They wanted it.
Yeah.
And then finally.
And then I finally.
Christmas morning.
I finally dropped it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just exploded.
It still to this day is my highest selling thing.
Now.
Yeah.
Had you done anal prior to that?
No.
Oh God! So you popped the cherry of the anal and then put it up in the fucking interweb.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
I was drunk as fuck.
Do you prefer that? Do you like that?
I only did it that one time.
And never again?
When I was on top. No, I've done it since, but I had only done it that one time with my ex
you did it on
for
top?
that video. Yeah, I did it like on top because I was like, oh, this is my first time. I need to try
I don't think that's.
Yeah, it's a thing.
You're supposed to do it?
And I backed it up. Like, yeah, I had to control everything because it was like my first time and I was like, yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Don't make the chair do that. That was weird that the chair just farted. It's weird that the chair farted. Oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boy, we've been through ups and downs, in betweens, peaks and valleys, gutters and strikes. If I were to extend the invitation to Keep to come and do a meteoration thing as a podcast, would you be down for something like that?
So I asked her when I found out about everything, I was dying to know all of the details. I wanted to know, everything that had happened. How did this even happen? Because, my ex was telling me she basically initiated it. They were sitting upstairs one time and she was like, we should kiss and just see if there's chemistry between us. And he was like, no, we both really love Rae. Let's not do this.
Oh, so she, through the receipts, you found out that she initiated it.
No, he told me this verbally.
Okay.
And then what confirmed it with me is that after he told me that, he told me that, but I remember that he ordered locks on his bedroom door. And I had the passcode to that. So it didn't lock me out, but it locked anybody else out from being able to enter. And when I asked him, why did you suddenly put locks on your door? He was like, well, I have guns in, my room and we have a lot of people over often and it just feels unsafe. I don't have a gun safe and I don't want people to have access to my firearms. And I was like, this makes sense, I guess.
Just
but in every other home we've had, we've never put a lock on the door and we've had just as many people over. And so when all of this came out, he was like, the night after Keep and I, when she asked me, hey, we should kiss, she came into my room and tried to have sex with me. And I was sober and she was drunk. And I told her, you need to go and sleep in the guest room. I'm not doing this. We love Rae. Remember that we love Rae. And he was like, that night, right after I laid in bed and I ordered locks for my door. And I told her in the morning, I ordered locks for my door. You can't just budge into my room at 3 o'clock in the morning and try and touch my dick.
So he was trying.
He was trying. I know he loved me.
You led that boy to slaughter.
I know he loves me, but it's just you still don't do that.
I mean, he tried to get locks for the door.
He did get locks for the door, but you don't accidentally put your dick in someone.
You lock the door. You lock the door. You don't put your wiener inside him, you lock the door. God damn, Rae.
Yeah. So whatever, I know the story that she's told people, she sticks to it pretty vehemently, that he was serving her alcohol and that she felt like she was manipulated into having sex with him. And she tries to ride the victim card pretty hard. And I know for a fact that that's not true because I've seen the text messages between them where she's being extremely flirtatious and admitting their affair and that she doesn't want to tell her boyfriend and that they're not going to do it again and that it was a mistake and all of this stuff. The back and forth of flirt and guilt and everything in their text messages, it's off. And so I asked her at the time, before I had even gone through all of the text messages, if she'd be willing to sit down and talk about everything, just best friend to best friend. Can we sit down and talk about all this? And she said, no. Everybody hates me already. I don't have friends here anymore. I just need to move and get away. Everything that she said was me, I, my life, me. It wasn't, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I can't even, everything was, her apology to me was me sleeping with him isn't a good representation of who I am. I would never do something like this. It was just alcohol. This is not who I am. It was like almost backhanded in a way. It wasn't even like genuine.
She didn't take responsibility for it.
She didn't take responsibility for it. And the fact that she had already slept with my fiance after I had thrown her a birthday party and had her at our Valentine's Day dinner. And I mean, I ordered food for us all the time. I wrote skits that went extremely viral for us. Yeah. Her most viewed content is skits that I wrote for us, you know? And it's like, okay, I literally welcome you into this house, write bomb ass skits for us, let you wear my bikinis, let you in my beautiful home, throw a birthday party for you, have you do Valentine's Day dinner with us, give you a safe place to rest your head at night because you don't feel safe in your home, and you betray me in the worst way possible. I can't think of a worse
shittier
person.
Yeah.
I can't, you know? So.
I mean, do we ever learn? To be continued.
To be continued.
Listen, dude, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you.
This has been a great one.
Yeah.
I mean, goddamn, I just want to go read 50 Shades of Grey or something. I mean, I'm hot and bothered, turned on, upset. I want to file my taxes at this point. I mean, Christ Almighty. God damn it, Rae. What a treat to have you here.
Thank you.
Where can everybody find you? What can they look forward to seeing? What's coming up? I mean, give me a little insight, a little outside. Tell everybody where you're going to be, how they can find you, where to look.
I've been shooting some dope skits in my hometown of Los Angeles, so you should look forward to some great skits. I've been working with Trevor Wallace and King Batch. I have Churdleys coming up, Brad coming up, just really awesome people to work with. So funny skits, my focus is comedy, and then you can find my spicy site, Rae Rockhold. I have a Fansly and an OF.
Boom, boom, boom. You heard it here first. Listen. Times are tough. Shit gets harder. But just listen. If you go to work tired and you come home sore, save your money, okay? Because it only gets shittier from here. Just make sure to get your cat spaded, neutered. My name's Uncle Lazer. Shout out Bob Barker.